Hello everyone, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are building this I kind of, at the lack of a better word I suppose, I ended up calling it a cottage. It's inspired by I think it was a drawing on Pinterest. To be honest, I built this a little while ago, like earlier this month, and at this point I've built like 3 houses since, so I can't fully remember the little details, but because I'm very slow at doing voiceovers these days, I don't really know why. But I actually just sat here before doing the voiceover and I'm like, why are you not doing the voiceover so you can release the videos? I don't know why. I'm just slow at it, I suppose. But I've been building some other stuff. I'm very excited for the next house I'm going to show you. Not that I'm not excited for this one, but I'm just more excited for the next one, if that makes sense. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the next one is very suitable for me, I suppose. You guys can probably figure it out. It's Scandinavian, but it looks cool. Okay, I'm excited to show it to you. But this, however, oh, and I built apartments today. Well, not apartments, like singular apartments. I built an apartment building that I'm also very excited to show you. But anyway, this one though is supposed to be this quirky little cottage with a serene kind of feel to it because of the landscaping. I really wanted this basically to be, without being a lake house, let it be surrounded by water, I suppose you could say. So there's a pond on either sides of the house, and then there's a little pathway leading up between the ponds to the staircase that, you know, leads to the porch where the front door is. There's probably an easier way to say that, but whatever. I don't care. So that's what we're doing today, and it's got very cottagey feels on the interior, and it's just supposed to be cozy. The floor plan, because the house itself is very weird, the shape of it is very quirky. It's definitely very improvised. I added a little bit to the house here and there because I just wanted it to look like there was something going on with the shape of the house. I wanted it to be one of those not necessarily super realistic houses, and so I just took inspiration from the picture and then added to it. And you know, when you do floor plans in houses like this where you've just added bits and bobs to the house here and there, the floor plans always end up looking very funny because the house shape doesn't really, there's no pattern to it, it doesn't really make sense. So the floor plan is funny, I'll admit to that, but I think it suits the house as well. It's supposed to be quirky. I could see I don't know, maybe a witch or something living here, or it kind of reminds me of fantasy books, you know, a little cozy house in the middle of the forest that's just surrounded by water and trees, and it has a funny shape. That's kind of the vibe that I feel it's giving. It's also kind of the vibe that I was going for when I built it and decorated it. So yeah, not your typical, I feel for me, and I actually said this to my friends as well the other day, I have 2 vibes when I build, and only 2. I have the very almost minimalist, very Scandinavian / Nordic style that is super non-colored. There may be a little bit of beige in there, but I don't know about you guys, I don't really count beige as a color. I count it as another shade, you know, it's not really a color. I mean, technically it is, but let's not get technical, okay? And then I have this, so that's my one mood, and I've been representing that, okay, in the last build. I feel like the last build was a Scandinavian one, but I can't remember. The next one is going to be a Scandinavian one, because that's the mood I've been in, to just build those kind of houses. I think the apartments, you could even say, are kind of Scandi looking as well. At least they're inspired by a building, an apartment building in my city, actually. So I suppose they should be a little bit Scandi. But my other mood, my other vibe is this over-cluttered, mismatchy, kind of quirky cottage sort of vibe. I don't really know how to, I think that's the best way I can describe it. And the 2 are completely opposites, but there is no middle. Those are my 2 moods. And my stomach is making noises. Let's just collectively choose to ignore her, thank you. But I feel those are my 2 moods. I don't know, do you guys get the same if you build a lot, like, do you also have two styles that you kind of tend to flip back to sometimes? Like, I feel like those two are mine. I still remember that one time someone said I built too many Scandinavian houses. We're not gonna talk about it. I just, whenever I talk or whenever I think about Scandi homes, I remember that comment. It was so funny. Anyway, so there'll be a couple of those up as well. But I also wanted to kind of revisit this like cottagey kind of mood and just make something a little bit like quirky, cozy, serene, kind of like this sort of vibe. So that's what I'm trying to go for today. But yeah, it's a little bit messy, but I feel like that was also the point of it. Like, I wanted it to be a little bit messy when it came to the shape of the house and the floor plan and everything. Or not necessarily the floor plan in terms of like where the walls are, but how the furniture is laid out. So that, hopefully that makes sense. So we're just having a little bit of fun with it and doing the exact opposite of minimalist Scandinavian homes. So I hope you guys like it, but like, yeah, very polarizing. I think maybe I talked about it in the last voiceover as well, because I'm pretty sure someone was like, yeah, that is like the perfect description of Sims players. And I get that. I fully get that. Like, you're one of those players who, just like most players probably, are very like connected to one family that you're playing with, and you've been playing them for like generations. But at the same time, you also have this other save where you're probably playing like Black Widow challenge, you know? Everyone's expendable as long as you get access to their bank accounts. Like, there's no middle. It's either one mood or the other mood. Like, there's no, yeah, they can't unite. There's just either the two moods. I almost did something that sounded very political, so I'm gonna backtrack on that and we're not going there, but anyway. As in, like, I was about to say something that you could have easily understood as something political, but like, I wasn't talking specific political terms. It was just like, the verbiage that I was going to use sounded a little bit funny. So anyway, but we don't want that in the comments today. We don't even want to think about politics. We're watching Sims videos. Like, we're just having fun. We're vibing. We're just relaxing. Maybe some of you are going to sleep. If you are, I would sleep very well, by the way. I can only wish that upon other people because I wish I could sleep well myself. So I'm very much hoping for all of you that you sleep very, very well. I actually got up at like early I'm a night owl, so like, I don't sleep more than other people. My daily rhythm is just pushed, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, but I got up early today, and I feel like today has been 1.5 days. And I have to get up early tomorrow as well because I'm going to a summer house thing with my family, and knowing them, they're early risers, like all of them. I'm not. But they also have kids and stuff, so like, my sisters are going and they have kids, and so they can't really like sleep late because the kids get up and stuff. And so that means I have to get up as well because everyone else have gotten out of bed, and I can't just, as they say, you can't just lie there all day. I don't really do that. It's just the differences between like 8 and 9 or 7 and 8 or something. Like, I just like to lie in bed while waking up, right? Like, that's just, I don't function, okay? It's just not how I work. I just like to lie in bed while I wake up. So like, I need to like actually manage to sleep today so that I have some resemblance of energy when I'm hanging out with them tomorrow. And also just so I don't completely crash Saturday when we have to get up early. It's a whole thing, but I'm very much looking forward to staying at the house with my family, and I haven't seen them all together since like, oh gosh, I don't even know. I think my dad held like a garden party last April. That's a long time ago. That's like 10 months ago. Wow, haven't seen them all together for 10 months. Is that true? Is that right? That doesn't sound right. But maybe it is. No. My nephew had his birthday in November. I saw them together in November, but there were like other people there, strangers to me, you know, because My sisters know other people than the ones I know. Who would have thought? So strange. But anyway, so we're just gonna be us though, which is gonna be nice. I'm gonna bring like 10 books that I'll probably read like 20 pages of each over the 2 days that I'm there, and they're all gonna be mad at me because I'm just lying on the couch like, could you leave me alone? I'm reading. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. I might bring 10 books though. In fact, I'm actually bringing my iPad, which is like technically 300 books. But will I have time to read them? Who knows? It's funny because like when I visit my sister, it's the sister bashing day. I love my sisters. Okay, I'm just kidding. It's a sister thing. Like, I'm not bashing on my sisters. We just like to bully each other as siblings do. Okay. So when I go visit them in Copenhagen, it's my youngest big sister, and I'm lying on the couch reading. She's often like, "Oh, you're lying there reading," and I'm like, "Yes, what?" Like, how else am I supposed to just lie there and not read? Like, is that a thing people do? Just lie there and not do stuff? You can talk to me while I'm reading. I'm probably not gonna reply to you. No, I'm kidding. I don't ignore people when they talk to me. I know I gotta be careful, like, because sometimes people actually take stuff I say seriously. I don't expect most of you to, because you guys know me by now, but like, Danes are basically made up like 90% sarcasm. I just want to warn you, if you've somehow come across this channel recently, don't take any words that come out of my mouth seriously, okay? Yeah. Anyway, as for all of that, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be cozy. I'm gonna be so tired when I come back Sunday. But I got another build for you on Sunday. So we gotta get like, I gotta stop stocking up on builds. Just do the voiceovers and get them out in the world. So I have another one on Sunday because I feel like I can't really do the voiceover tonight before I go to bed. It's way too late. But I promise I'll have it up for you on Sunday. And we're doing a lot of fun stuff next week as well. So I don't know, look forward to it if you want to. I'm not forcing you to, like, you don't have to. But anyway, so for the house, as you can probably tell, we are basically working on the ground floor right now. I couldn't fit in a staircase upstairs, and I know that ladders are not everyone's favorite cup of tea, but favorite cup of tea. Yes. We're gonna go with it. It's fine. It's not everyone's cup of tea, and it's just the way it is in this house because the shape was weird, and like it would have taken up like half of the living room, and I just didn't want that. I really wanted there to be this like ginormous fireplace for this very small house, and I think it looks cool though. I really love this fireplace. Like, I didn't want to skip it, you know? There's also a staircase on the outside of the house, and so it's a little bit easier if you have two Sims living in this house. They don't have to like wait for it. Is that how staircases don't work like that, do they? They can walk up and down the stairs at the same time, I'm pretty sure. I feel like I've seen that, but I might be misremembering because it's been a while since I playtested a build with two Sims. I usually just have my Sim self, actually. She's been following me around for a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. It's just been using her. Faye has gone on retirement. Faye has gone retired? Faye has gotten retired? You guys know what I mean. It's fine. So I've been using my Sim self to playtest most of my builds, and this one as well is actually playtested. It works in my game. I can't promise you that it'll work in your game because the game is weird like that sometimes. But as of right now, in my game, it works. So that's all I can give you, okay? But it is playtested. And yeah, so I don't really know. Can two Sims walk up and down the stairs at the same time? I'm pretty sure they can, but not ladders though. But there are two ladders, so you should be fine. One is just like camouflaged a little bit outside because I'm using the one from high school years. So it's the one that looks like lattice or whatever that's called. It kind of reminds me of lettuce, which doesn't make any sense, but I think it's lattice with an A. But I might also be wrong about it because it's not my first language. And these small words, whatever. These like specifics when it comes to builds, like I don't know what spandrels are called in Danish, by the way. Like easels. Or eaves as well. Easels is a whole different thing. Spandrels, eaves, like I have no idea what they're called in Danish, but I know them in English because of The Sims. So It's another one of those. At least if I'm correct about the word. If not, then it's not another one of those. It's just a word that I don't know in either languages, which is great. So the curse of being bilingual. Like, you kind of like know 2 languages, but you don't really like fully know 2 languages. Does that make sense? I'm sure some of you guys can relate. Like, you're trying to say something in Danish and or whatever other language you speak, but like there's an English word for it that just fits better. So you blurt out that word instead, and everyone's like, why the English all of a sudden, Rosa? And I'm like, well, I don't know. Maybe I just want to be annoying. Like, I don't know. Am I succeeding in that? Thank you. I think it might actually be called lattice, but it's usually crossed so they make diamonds and not squares. So I Googled. Yes, I did. I Googled. I will freely admit that I Googled. But it's like the crossing of like materials is basically often wood is called lattice, and that's what the ladder upstairs, that's what it looks like it's made out of. It's like covered in plants. You can see it right there. It looks cute. I like it. I like it a lot. So anyway, we are getting to the end of the video. Apologies for this voiceover as per usual. I don't know. Things go weird and I can't help it. I also will not stop it, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys like this house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, the trade files can be found over on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box down below, as well as in the pinned comment. And also, I never got to say this throughout the voiceover, but because I'm a very forgetful YouTuber, but I have a creator code now, which is so cool. So guess I'll talk about that a little bit in the next voiceover, but it's Aveline in case you wanted to know, which is so cool. I have a creator code now. That's awesome. Other than that, you know, go check out my booktube. It's linked, not channeled. It's linked in the pinned comment as well. But that is all I got for you guys today. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Or leave a message at all. So I'll try to be patient, 'cause nothing's written on the wall. Yeah, it's too soon to mention how I've begun to feel that I want your attention. This time it is for real. Oh baby, love me like you did.